All right, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Dev Spot Podcast. Here with my guys, weekly picks. We back at it. Before we get started with the tiers and all of that, we got to get our results out for last week. So this week we had a tie. You know, Kerr get to defend his little belt for the week, but he got to add in my boy.
Oh, man.
They got it going.
Oh, man. Not again. Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley.
We're back at it, man.
Is it?
Oh. You played that song out of
back to back. Let's go. Here we go. You were saying?
With Meek fans on here, that's how you coming? That's what we doing?
It's disrespectful.
Oh, anywho. So obviously he don't know how to act. So Kel, congrats on your win, good brother.
Oh yeah, I feel like my win was a little more, a lot more closer than, some people's, with that weak ass jacket on, but
man, that game was phony.
That game was phony. But that was a 3-point loss that I lost in that one. And then the Tennessee one, Josh Allen get in on that, I'm 13-1. Damn near almost 14-0, so, but, can't dwell on the past, I still accept the co-title for the week.
Bo came in last this week, Bo. You know what I'm saying? You doing good this week? What you feeling? You feeling?
We looking to bounce back, man. We're going to bounce back.
All right. 3 weeks in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see, though. Mm-hmm. But, we got to get into these tiers, get into these picks. Ain't too much really touch on from last week other than Jay Herbert them getting smoked. I don't know what the hell happened, but we going to see where they fall on these tiers. Let's just get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first tier, which would be our trash tier. Not much has changed down here. We still got the Jets, who just ain't figured nothing out. We got the Eagles, who all of these garbage time score they be doing and making it look good, phony. The Lions, thought last week was the week for them. Obviously, it wasn't. They still trash. Atlanta stay down here. Atlanta is not. They the best of these trash teams, I think, but they still ain't figured it out and ain't got it together. I don't know what's really going on with them. Houston, I can continue to say, poverty ass organization, poverty ass franchise. I pray to God they don't trade Deshaun to Miami and leave Tua with this poverty ass shit going on. But hey, we'll see how that go. Finish this out with the Jags and the Giants. Not much to say. The Giants' whole team injured. I don't even know who's going to be out there. The Jags, they still ass. It is what it is. Even though they got that weak ass win, and that weak ass win, that wasn't enough for them to get moved up because that was some weak. That was not it. That was not it for me. Moving up to okay, but not a playoff team. Here we go. We got the Broncos. They had to come down. The Broncos looked horrible this week against the Raiders. I don't even know if they could beat the Browns with all the injuries they got. They not that good of a team. They looking, no, I didn't like what I seen at all on no phase from them. Chicago, hey, man, it still is what it is. They got Justin, but they not going to the off shit. But they got a bright future. They got something to look forward to. The Panthers had to stay where the Panthers is, where they at. McCaffrey on IR. I just don't see, they not the same team without him. I don't see them making it to the playoffs with him being out for 3 more weeks. And knowing how he is, this might continue to linger on. Who knows if he even played. He could come back in 3 weeks and play one game and be gone for the rest of the season. So I'm not dependent on that. Miami, I really wanted to almost move them down to trash after what they just pulled on at 6 a.m. on Sunday. I left them here just barely. They almost got pushed, bro. That was terrible. Their defense been looking bad these last few weeks. I thought their defense was okay, but they've been getting torched. They've been giving up big plays on third downs where they usually get stops. They not doing that. They better come out and perform this week. Pats, hey, they really did. They played okay. They played good enough to win. I was feeling good about my pick. Bo was at the house. I was talking big shit. I just knew I had Joe. I knew that was a go. But I don't know. They still not. They just still can't put it all together to get those type of wins. So they still not a playoff level team to me. Seattle, obviously, Russ gone. There's nothing really else to say. And then we got the Colts. The Colts, man, I hate that they keep having to be here. I really feel like they better than than this, but they just can't seem to figure this shit out. I don't know. Well, let's move up to the actual teams that matter, where it get going. Playoff contenders. We're gonna start off with my Niners. This week is the first week of my prediction. No more non-division losses. Hopefully we take care of these Colts. They weak ass, keep them where they at. They lose to us, they might get moved down the trash. Then you got the Raiders. That was a good win this week, but I still don't know if it's just tough to put them in playoff favor just based off of their division, what's going on, based off these other couple teams that I'm about to get to. It was just hard to move them up, but they're doing good right now. 4-2, they in a good spot. They in a good spot for contention, but I can't really move them up to favor just yet. The Vikings, hey man, I don't know what's going up. They be up or down. We'll see. I don't know. I still feel like they got a shot at the offs, but I don't know. They real shaky. They real up and down for me. So, but for right now, they gonna stay where they at. Washington, partly because of the division they in, it's not really a strong division. It's really just kind of the Cowboys running away with it, and now they got this spot for second. So it's not they should win them games against them other teams. If they can find a way to still win against the Cowboys, they'd be in a good spot. The Browns had to come down from playoff favor where they've been for the last few weeks. They had to come down to playoff contender strictly because, I mean, they deal with injuries. You got both running backs out this week. Jarvis is supposed to be coming back this week. We don't know if it'll be this week, next week. We'll figure. But even if he come back, it's still not going to be 100%. Baker now, they just ruled him out. So I don't know. They got a lot going on. A lot of Brown type shit. Like they just, right when you think they're supposed to get good, everything just kind of start falling apart like it always do. So, yeah. Hopefully they could kind of keep the boat overflowing until these running backs get back and Baker, and we'll see. But Case Keenum's not a horrible quarterback, though. I will say he's not like to where they should be just off the playoff list altogether. Kerr, I don't know if you're going to like this one, man, but I had to do it to you. Pittsburgh is now in playoff contention. Strictly because the Browns is about to, I mean, they could possibly fall off. They didn't have 2 wins back-to-back. I don't know. They starting to find something. They starting to click a little bit at 3-3. If the playoffs started today, I think they would be in that last wild card spot. So, and I looked at their record. If you look at their record, they could easily win their next 3 games and be 6-3 going into, I think they play the Chargers in 4 weeks. So that's going to be a tough one. But if you come in at 6-3, that's a good enough record to be right in the mix. New Orleans had to move them up. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would be in. They'd be hot and cold. But if they could just get a couple games in a row, they could be in the mix. It's kind of so wide open right now. It was hard to not say they right there right now. And lastly, they finally got moved up. I said haven't been believing in them. I really still don't know if I fully do, but they 4-2. They playing good. The Bengals had to come up into playoff contention. I haven't had them there all year, but I think that they didn't deserve. I think they deserve it. If I'm gonna put New Orleans there, the Bengals I feel like gotta be there. Moving on up to playoff favorites, we got 2 playoff favorites. We got the Chargers. The Chargers got smoked. They got beat down. I think they just got kind of caught off guard. But the thing that you got to understand is still, even though Justin Herbert is so special and he this and he that, he's still only in his 2nd year. So it's still going to be games every now and then where it just don't look good. Or if he's still trying to figure out when I get super far down, how to fight back. So like every now and then type games like that's going to happen when you got a super young quarterback. I don't think it's too much to worry about. I think Lamar and them just riding hot right now. And then it kind of just, the way the game started off, everything was kind of going in their favor. And then it just kind of just spiraled out of control. So they definitely have to come down off top contender. But I still think that they in a good position to make the playoffs based on who they got coming up in their schedule. And then I had to put the Chiefs. So this is the reason why the Raiders are where they at, because the AFC West, I just feel like these two teams are a little bit better. The Chiefs, even though they ain't been looking as great, they still only one game out of first place now. Kerr, as you said, you think they finna take off right now. So I think they got a couple of tough games. They play the Titans this week. Then they got the Chargers in a couple of weeks, and they play the Cowboys, I think, in 5 weeks. So every other week from here, they got a pretty tough game. But if we think they are, if they can show that these should be games that they should be able to win, I think they could get 4 out of the next 5, if not all 5 of the next one. So I think they're in a perfect spot. For how bad they started off to be where they at, I think they cool in their division. I think they'd be good. Probably even still, now that Jay Herbo and them, now that they lost that game and they only one game up, the Chiefs had good action at winning the division still, for sure. Now we move up, Super Bowl contenders, which I couldn't have the Chiefs on Super Bowl contenders because they defense, they got rid of Swanson. That was big because that boy is trash. But I still need to see it a little bit more. I don't know how you could be that bad on defense and your offense is not dynamic as it was. Like it's like not people starting to realize, okay, it really is just these two weapons and this quarterback. It's not as much as we thought it was. Hartman and them, if they want to do their thing, fine. So I mean, they still trying to get it together, but I don't think with their defense and offense not quite clicking all the way that they could be Super Bowl contenders. But the people that I got here, the Rams, still one of the better teams to me. Still one of the most more complete teams, but I'm still a little shaky now about Matthew Stafford. I don't know. I'm seeing him in a couple games where he's not looking as great all the way through. Like you're seeing a little bit of the Detroit kind of vibes coming sometimes. I don't know. I still think that they are one of the most complete teams, but to have them on top contender, I had them there and I erased them before we came on. I did not think. Yeah, I just wasn't as sure about them as a top contender, but I do feel like they're still in the mix for the Super Bowl for sure. The Bucks, they also got a lot of thought for top contender. They 5-1, but they have other than the Cowboys who they beat week 1, they schedule haven't been that impressive either. But they still loaded. They get Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown looked like he turned it into Tom Brady's favorite target. You still got Mike Evans. You got Godwin. They got Fournette is turning up a little bit. Not a little bit. He's been turning up. So if he could continue with that, they're looking pretty strong in the NFC again if that continues. Green Bay, I mean, it ain't really been much going on in Green Bay. They kind of just been riding along, doing their thing. But when you got the best receiver in football and the top 2-3 quarterback and a top 10 running back, and he got his favorite slot receiver back, which turned out to be big last week on the 3rd and 18. Who did he go to? Kyle was right there for him. So I feel like he feeling in a good spot. They was even talking about they might trade Jordan Love before the trade deadline to try to see if they could keep him. I seen an article today saying like they even been looking at that if Aaron Rodgers would think about staying. But I don't know. Right now, I don't think nothing's really going on with them where they could get moved off this line. Cowboys, they still right here. I'm telling you, the top contenders, it was tough to really pick two teams for that because all of these teams I think had a good case for it. The Cowboys might be the hottest team in football. Their offense might be clicking the best in football right now, but Zeke been looking good. That's what we always waiting to see. How would Zeke look? He's been consistent. I really feel like Tony Pollard doing what he did early really woke him up and really made him see, hold on, this shit could get out of hand quick and I could lose my job. And Pollard's still been producing, so like they looking good, but I don't know. It's just something like I don't know if they really quite a top contender yet, but I do feel like on any given day they could be any team in the league. And lastly, coming off the big win, had to get moved up, the Titans. If you look at the Titans, like Bo said, the Titans really got like the monsters. Like they got a bunch of huge dudes all over the place. And you got one of the best players in football in Derrick Henry, the best offensive weapon to me in football outside of the quarterbacks. I think he's the best weapon in football. There's nothing you could do with him. You got two receivers that's top tier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Julio still can do it when he need to. A.J. Brown, he been hurt here and there, but he came on in the second half. I just feel like if they have enough to compete, whenever you could control the clock the way they can with Derrick Henry, if Ryan Tannehill could make key throws like he did against the Bills, he made some big throws in that game. It wasn't just Derrick Henry. Like, it was a couple throws here and there that he made second half that really put them in good position. I really feel like they can compete in the AFC. If we move on up, we got the top contenders. I got the Ravens. Lamar, what he was able to do to Jay Herbo and them this week, what he was able to do to them, everybody didn't play, as Kirk keeps saying, even though he lost to the Raiders, they really could be 6-0. They won one or two bad plays away from being undefeated and having a great case for best team in the league. But even with that one loss, I don't see how you could look at with Lamar, the strides he made this year as a passer, as a decision maker, with his accuracy. And the weapon still ain't that much better. That they first round, the pick they got, he still ain't even played too much. So it's like, and he's still making it happen. They running backs is out. I don't see how you could look at Lamar Jackson and not say, okay, he's the real deal. He could take them to the Super Bowl. I don't see no team that is like, oh, okay, he definitely can't beat this team. Any team can be got by the Ravens, in my opinion. I feel like they right there. And then the Bills. I didn't want to move them down too far. They had to come down off the best team line. 2 losses. You can't be the best team in the league with 2 losses right now. It's too early. But they 1 yard away out. And I honestly, a lot of people on Twitter were saying they shouldn't have kicked the field goal. They should have kicked the field goal. I don't believe that. Like, if you got a top tier player, a top MVP candidate, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, they said before that he was 13 or 14 on 1 yard quarterback sneaks, and the only one he didn't get was a botch fumble, like a botch snap. So anyone he didn't got clean, he didn't make. This was the first one he didn't make. These are the type of time, just like how in Baltimore they do it with Lamar all the time. You want to go for it, they let him go for it. You got to put your faith in your best player sometime. A lot of times it's going to work. Rare times like this, it don't. But I don't think that 1 yard is enough to move them too far down. Like, I still think that they one of the better teams. I still feel like if they played the Titans again, I think they could get them. I didn't see much that was like, oh shit, like they can't. Obviously, nobody can deal with Derrick Henry. But I feel like they showed enough to say that they still right there. And then we move up. Unfortunately, I had to do it. I had to do it. I really was hoping I didn't have to do it. But the Arizona Cardinals have been moved to the top, to the best team in the league. Kirk, you over there smiling. Whatever, dude. There's nothing I can really do. They undefeated. They looking good. They're looking good on both sides of the ball. Their linebackers is playing good. Kyler still, he ain't playing as dominant as he was at the beginning of the season, but he's still doing enough to win. DeAndre Hopkins is still a dog. We say Devontae Adams is the best receiver. DeAndre Hopkins is still making his case to be the best receiver in football. That's a discussion that needs to be had still, in my opinion. But it's nothing I could do to not have him up there up top. Fellas, that's their spot tiers for the week. What we thinking? What we looking like?
I hate to do it, but I might have to disagree a little bit with the punk ass Raiders, man. I think because you had them at playoff contender.
Yeah.
I think I feel like they got a case for being the playoff favorite, Okay. I feel like they got issues, with their O-line, the status of, the coach and the coaching or however that goes, that's also a question mark right now. But I think, with the possibilities and just with the type of wins they've been able to pull out, so far, and the possibilities of the offense, them utilizing Henry Ruggs the right way, getting Renfro and all those guys, and probably even getting Jacobs more involved later on. I think, they could be a dangerous team for some teams. Low key a sleeper team, kind of, but I do think they could possibly have an argument for a playoff favorite. And I hate to say it because I hate them niggas, but I got to keep it real though on their spot.
So if you're gonna move up the Raiders, would you bring down the Chargers or the Chiefs, or would you just have all 3 AFC West teams in the favorite?
I would honestly bring down the Chiefs for now. I would honestly bring down the Chiefs right now. They haven't shown anything, they kind of been exposing, you know, that offense and Patrick Mahomes and all them. You know, I always say like we exposed that offense in the Super Bowl, but I feel like it was that Raiders game. Was it last year? I believe that it was like a high scoring Raiders game, and they went in Arrowhead and beat them. I feel like the Raiders kind of did, you know, with that too high look and kind of keeping everything underneath, doubling Tyreek Hill and you feel me? So I feel like they kind of, because teams are starting to do that now. So I feel like the Chiefs, they've been kind of getting a little bit exposed on the offensive end. You know that defense is Swiss cheese, so
right,
especially that secondary. So I will move the Chiefs down and put the punk ass Raiders up there.
Okay. Any other changes you got for me, Kel?
Nah. Everything good though. You know, feel like, you know, the Ravens and Bills. I know the Bills got 2 losses, but I feel like the Bills is still up there. You feel me? That Super Bowl contenders line is like, I wanted to kind of move the Chargers up, but I feel like it's good as it is now with the Cowboys, Green Bay, Tampa, the Rams, Titans. Like, I feel like that's all accurate though. You feel me? And then the trash and everything else, all that shit is accurate. Yeah.
The Chargers, bro, I'm telling you, they was there last week, but you can't get on TV in front of the bad bitch and get smoked like that, bro. You just
against a top team in Baltimore. You feel me?
Yeah.
In the AFC. So it's like
game of the week.
Yeah. Hey, but what I tell you though, Lamar gonna do it for who?
For the hood.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, if I didn't get that with you, brother would have been on the low end. Yes, sir. Had to rock with my brother. Kerr, Rudy, what we got? Y'all agree with the switching the Raiders and the Chiefs? What y'all think?
Nah, for me, I agree with the Tiers. The only one, you feel me, I think the Bills are still the best team, even with the loss. I mean, you know, they was a yard away from I'm going to stick by it, man. I told you. I'm sticking with Buffalo. Ride it the whole way into the sunset, boy. So I'm going with that. But everything else, I agree. I mean, I kind of see where Kel is coming from. They could be like a sleeper team. I think they at the right tier that they at right now, though. Like, they're a playoff contender. They got to play a couple more games. They got to get a couple more wins. They have yet to play the Chiefs, so we're going to see. So I say I probably want to see how they play against them before I even, you know, swap them out.
And that's the only one you said?
That's the only one. And that the Bills are still the best team. That's it.
And before I get to you, because I'm looking at their schedule, they do got we'll see. Kerr, what you think? What you think? They got some winnable games coming.
I was about to say before Buffalo Bill spoke below me. I was about to say, yeah, they got an easy schedule coming up: Dolphins, Jags, Jets, Colts, and then the Saints. And then like their only real game is the Patriots or the Bucks, excuse me, in like 5 weeks. So their record might show something a little bit different than what their team showed. I personally am not as high on the Titans as everybody else is.
Wait, what team was you just talking about with that?
The Bills.
Oh, you was talking about the Bills. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Raiders and Chiefs.
I think I see his point. Like they're gonna have they're gonna go probably 14-3 or no 14-3, like or at least like 13-4, and they're gonna be like a number 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing the trash division, so that's not their fault though. And then they got like a really winnable schedule. They could rattle off 5-6 wins here in a row. So I mean it's a nice team, but they deserve to be top contender. I think the best team is the Cardinals. That the best offense, top 6, top 7 defense. I don't think the Titans are Super Bowl contenders. I think they're playoff favorites because of kind of similar with the Bills. The division they play in. I think you made this point a lot. Like it's either the AFC East, the NFC East, or the honestly at this point, then the AFC South. Technically, somebody got to go. And I think the Titans are for sure going to go from the South, but I don't know if they're going to make that much noise. I think it was a big win last week, but I don't know if it was a result of – I don't think that happens. If you play it 2 out of 3, I don't think they beat them out of 3 times.
So what about the Titans giving you hesitation?
Julio's always hurt. A.J. Brown is also always hurt. And then behind them, they have Derrick Henry, which is fantastic. But – like what else? Like you need at least like a receiving core, and Tannehill like it's cool, man. Like,
but no, see, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying with them. I mean, obviously projecting that far forward, we got to just think like if they was out there.
right. But Julio's not, and he re-injured the hamstring that kept him out. And then AJ Brown, like you said, keeps getting hurt. Like it's cool, man. Like they're really good when they're out there. Like they had the potential to be a top flight offense. Tannehill's taking a step back this year from last year.
Yes.
So if he was playing like he was last year, this would be no question. I damn near had them one of the Super Bowl favorites before the season started. Like I was kind of like that high on them, but now they for sure get in the playoffs. They have to show me a little bit more for them to be a Super Bowl contender for me personally. Okay. Everything else, I think it's a good list, man. I think it's a good list. The AFC North behind Baltimore's wide open, like you had it. I think they could all potentially make that second, third wild card spot, but we'll see what happens.
And what's your take on the Raiders Chiefs switch?
I don't know about switching them. I think we're gonna have 3 teams come out of the AFC West anyway. So I mean, if I would just put them all up there with the playoff favorites, with the Broncos being the last team out.
So you would move the Raiders up to favorites, but you wouldn't move the Chiefs down.
No, it's the Chiefs. Like at the end of the day, it's the Chiefs. And if they figure out something on defense to just not give up 30 points, then they'll be all right. They're not Seattle, right? Like it's not like it's like bottom 3, bottom 4. If they figure out something to be bottom 12, they could make the same noise they were before.
Okay, so both say leave them where they at. Kel said move them up, bring Chiefs down. And Kerr said bring them up, but keep Chiefs where they at. Sound good. Hopefully, I mean, I was really hoping the Bills did win because I did not want to move the Cardinals up personally. But I said on Dev's spot, we're keeping it real. That had to be what it was. Kerr, I got to think more about that Titans. I just really like what they bring to the table personally. Like, so I get what you're saying too. I got to see it. How they come out this week. They got a big game, another big game. So we'll see what they look like.
Definitely.
For me, I don't even know if they have to win this game to stay here, but they just got to like be competitive all the way through. Like, I don't need no Chiefs blowing them out, then they come back, or they end and then the Chiefs start blowing them out. No, I need y'all in it to the end and Mahomes throw a game winning touchdown or something. I need to see. I need to see it. But
I'm with you 100%.
And I don't know, man. I guess when I was doing the list, man, Derrick Henry had just went off. He was just on the TV going crazy, running through people, running over people. It was feeling good about it. So you know what I'm saying? We'll see, though. We will see. I'll get back to you next week after these games played. So let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Like I said last week, Kerr and Kel took care of business. Me and Rudy got some work to make up. So we're going to go on and get right into it. Thursday night, we got Broncos versus the Browns. Kel, since this is your first week with a win, we're going to start with you, big dog.
Yes, sir. I'm going with Denver. The Browns got a lot of injuries. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, all those guys in the backfield. I think that's where they like I've been saying, that's where the offense needs to start. And and now this injury with Baker Mayfield, I guess now. So I do think the Broncos should have enough to beat the Browns. I'm not confident in either one of these teams. I feel like they both not that great, but I mean, it should be a competitive game tomorrow for the most part. But I got Broncos.
Kerr, as co-winner, what you got for me, good dog?
With Kel, okay, Baker's out, which might be good for them, honestly. But Baker's out, Hunt's out, Chubb's out, OBJ might be out, Jarvis is going to be out, JOK is going to be out on the defensive end. Clowney is questionable. Like you said, the Browns doing Brown things, man. What the Broncos?
Bo, what you got for me?
I'm rocking with them, man. I actually had Cleveland before I found out about the Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt injury. That just kind of sealed it. over the top. So I'm rocking with Denver. I mean, I was going to take Cleveland just because I thought Case Keenum was going to take care of business this week. They was coming off that embarrassing loss last week. So I thought they was going to bounce back. But with that many injuries, I ain't got no faith in them. So I'm taking Denver.
Okay, so I was looking at it. Teddy Bridgewater also nicked up. He might not be a go. I was looking. They said Judy might be back this week. They still not sure what that's looking like. Like I said earlier, Case Keenum not that bad. And if they gonna still be in the playoff, bro, they gotta find a way to try to win a game like this because the Broncos is also not that good. So when they got some division games coming up soon, they don't need to get these type of games. So guess what? I'm going with the Browns. Yes, I'm going with the Browns. I'm jumping out. They got to find a way to get this game. Thursday night game, hopefully it's an ugly game. They find a way to sneak it out. Moving on, we got Washington and Packers. Bo, I came to you last, so we'll start with you first.
I'm going with Green Bay. I mean, they in Lambeau. I'm just not completely sold on Washington's defense stopping that bad man that they got at quarterback. I mean, Washington was projected to be a top 5 defense this season. They are not playing like one at all. So I'm going with A-Rod and them boys.
Sure.
Yeah, Pack. Easy
win.
Easy win, man. This is a tough week for games.
Kill.
Yeah, I got the Packers. Y'all know A-Rod, my guy. I mess with Devontae Adams heavy. That's another bad man they got over there. You go into him and they still can't stop him. So
right.
I got Pack.
Kill. So it was a clean. I was gonna go Washington, but now I'm gonna go Pack too. It ain't even. I don't know, bro. I feel like they're gonna drop one soon, though. I think it's gonna be an upset coming for them, but I ain't ready to jump out on it. Chiefs, Titans, Kerr.
I'm rocking with Mahomes, man. They had a good week last week, keeping it going this week the Titans defense that got lit up by Josh and them. I think that they're a little bit better equipped to do it in Buffalo, but I think that the Chiefs they'll figure it out, man. They always do. They're gonna keep it rolling.
Kill.
So I know I said to move Tennessee up, in your tiers, but I do think they take the loss this week. I'm rocking with the Chiefs. I took the Chiefs last week. I liked how they looked, and I'm taking them again this week. It's gonna be a tough one though. I don't know.
Bo.
Definitely going to be a great game. I was kind of torn between who was going to take this win, especially the way after Derrick Henry played last week. But I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I think Patrick Mahomes still got to carry his team and prove and show that they can keep this ball rolling. So I'm going with Kansas City.
Yeah, I might have to rock with y'all on that.
It's a good game.
Chiefs is 3-3 on the road. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I wanted to jump, but I don't think they could beat them 2 back-to-back yet. I don't know if they like that yet. I think the Chiefs find a way to do it. Falcons, Dolphins. Yeah.
Falcons, Dolphins. I write down. I wrote the Falcons.
Falcons.
Yep.
Bo, talk to me.
Sorry, with Kel on that one, man. I'm taking Atlanta.
Kerr.
I think everything that's surrounding the Dolphins this week, they might trade Deshaun, they might do this. I wonder what that's doing for Tua's confidence. But I think that he puts that all aside and balls out this weekend. I think I'm going with the Dolphins at home.
Dolphins at home. Hey, look, I'm following you. I said I'm rocking with Tua, man. I'm not finna have it as long as they got him in there. He didn't look that bad that last week. He should have got a win. He made a horrible throw. I don't know what he was doing, but outside of that, he wasn't playing just terrible. They're gonna get it done this week. Falcons is trash. Let's keep it going. Jets, Pats. Whoa.
Upset is coming, boy. I'm taking the New York Jets to beat them Pats, man. I'm taking them, dog. I like him. In that first matchup against the Pats, Zach Wilson threw 4 interceptions. He is not going to do that this week. He coming out with the W.
Kerr, what you got?
I'm rocking with Rudy, man. I'm rocking with Rudy. I think that the Jets going to squeak it out. I think that hopefully they saw what happened on film and learn kind of what Bill wants to do with Zach. But I'm just not a big Pats guy, man. Bill's looking funny in the light. I don't know.
That's not a fit. I'm gonna come back to you. Kel, what you got?
Yeah, for one, I ain't gonna say Bill's looking funny because they took Dallas down to the last play, damn near. You feel me? So I'm rocking with New England this week. That defense and Bill, they go get it done. They go get it done. I don't believe in the Jets just yet. I don't know what it is about them, but the Jets, they trash.
So listen, and then not only did they almost beat the Cowboys, they was a missed field goal away from beating the Bucks as well. That's Super Bowl contenders. But listen, the thing that's holding the Pats back, if they don't think Mac Jones is as good as everybody in the media is saying, you don't not go for a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3 at midfield in overtime with the hottest offense on the other side. You punt the ball. Who does that? If you don't believe in your quarterback to get 2-3 yards, that's the biggest problem. But
it's not like a coaching decision to me. I don't know.
No, or it sounded like he was the last brother left. So they took his weak ass. Figuring out, wait a minute. He can't throw that far.
Not that guy at all.
And I don't want to hear that last touchdown, bro. That was really a fuck up on the DB, bro. That was not no great throw. That could have been a pick. That whatever, bro. But I'm say all of that to say, I'm still rocking with Pats, bro. Because listen, the Jets is really ass.
Like
ass. Like really phony. Like, and then on top of that, this rookie quarterback, bro. You don't think he's still thinking about Bill Belichick having him looking like you don't think he's still a little worried?
I do think so. That's why I'm picking him.
Listen, all Mac got to do is keep completing these 8-yard passes. Keep completing them. Damian Harris looked real good this last week. He looked like a whole new dude.
Mm-hmm.
Get your 8 yards, let him run for 4. Get your 7 yards, let him run for 5. Get your 8 yards, and you go on and keep moving until you beat them weak ass Jet boys.
Yep.
Panthers, Giants. I'm gonna go with her, Mr. Panther.
Man, I really do like the Panthers. I really do. The Giants have a lot of weapons. The Giants are a lot better than 1-5. They should be, I should say. They're not, but they should be. I'm gonna rock with the Panthers here, though. I think that the issues on defense for the Giants aren't enough to make up for the possible gains on offense with Tony being back and Galladay and Saquon maybe. I think Gilmore might be eligible to come off the pup this week. The defense for Panthers hasn't been playing bad. I think they have like the number 1 pass defense, the number 2 run defense, so you can interchange those, one of the two. So I think that the offense has got to keep them in games. I think this is a good defense to do it against.
Yeah, what you think?
Yeah, I got Carolina. I feel like this is gonna be an ugly game. It could be an ugly shootout, but this game gonna be ugly as hell. I'm gonna tell you that. But I got Carolina to win it.
Bo.
Yeah, I'm taking Carolina too. New York got too many injuries. I mean, there's no Saquon. Darius Slayton's coming back, which is good for them, but I got the Panthers pulling out.
So he coming back. Is Daniel Jones playing?
Daniel Jones will play.
Daniel Jones will play.
He'll play. Yeah.
Daniel Jones will play. Is Tony back?
No.
Tony, let's see. As of today,
Doubtful.
He's doubtful.
Yeah, Holiday's questionable. Same with Saquon and Slayton and John Ross.
Slayton's questionable, but they said they're optimistic he'll come back because he did practice. So
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers. I wanted to pull up, man. That's a lot of shit going on. But I really do feel like they're gonna win that game, though, man. I'm gonna be hot if they win that game. I really want to say the Giants. We're gonna go with the Panthers. Bengals versus Ravens. Whoa.
it's gonna be an interesting matchup, man. I love these division matchups, but like Kel said last week, Lamar is doing it for the hood, man. That boy is balling. So I'm taking Lamar at home.
Yeah, tell them hop on the train now, big dog.
Hop on it now,
He
man.
was rocking with these white
Gonna
boys.
leave me, man. I'm
Like
hopping
this,
on.
man.
Come on, man. What brother at quarterback could go to the trenches of the city they play for and be good in the hood? I'm telling you, he is good in the hood. You know, he from Florida, so you know he good down there. Lamar is just good, man.
Lamar come to the point.
Lamar damn near, you feel me?
Jimmy come to the point he getting robbed.
No, Jimmy can't come to the point. Jimmy does not say,
Young boy's gonna grab that man.
Shoot, I might come to the point of help. Nah, I'm just playing. Look here. but I'm rocking with Baltimore, though. This is going to be a good game. You know, like I said before, I do get a little worried about the secondary, but the secondary, whenever they need to make a play, they will. And Marlon Humphrey actually balled out a little bit. Oh, I ain't going to say a little bit. Yeah, I give him his respect. He balled out last week against Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and all of them. So I do think Baltimore will take it this week.
Kerr, what you doing? What you doing?
It's tough, man. I keep thinking that it's too much for Lamar to overcome. You know, he's losing all of his running backs. The defense lost Marcus Peters. They're losing left tackle now for the season. The Bengals, their defense has been sneaky good. Not even just the offense. The offense has been making noise, but the defense has been sneaky good. They're flying around. But I think that the way Baltimore's playing, how could you not pick them? Especially with getting Rashad Bateman back in the mix, or more in the mix, I should say, getting him an actual receiving threat instead of just Hollywood, who's been balling out of control, but he's also been dropping shit. So once he fixes the drops and the concentration stuff, that's a damn near a better wide receiving core than the Chiefs got. So I would, even with Mark Andrews too, sprinkled in there, like they'll be all right, man. And then Le'Veon looked okay. He didn't look bad last week. You know, we got Latavius breaking stuff off. I think they got it. I think the Ravens got it.
We're gonna go with a clean sweep. I ain't going against Lamar, not for no Bengals. That ain't who I'm gonna pick against him. You know, it's gonna have to be somebody better than that for me to go against Burbers. Let's keep it moving. Eagles versus Raiders. Kerr, we got to start with you on your team, you know.
You have the Raiders at home. I think Jalen Hurts will provide some problems for us, but I think we'll be fine.
Kill.
I got Las Vegas, man. I think this should be an easy win for them. Yeah, you know, I've been pretty high on them. And I think, you know, this is the week they get Josh Jacobs going this week. So
Bo.
pick the Raiders to win, they lose. I pick them to lose, they win, man. I'm getting tired of picking them at home. But this week, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Raiders. I think they're gonna take this one over, man. Carr he had a good game last week, and this is their last game before the bye, so I think they're gonna get a win going into that.
Man. As y'all know, I don't really rock with Hurts. But you know I don't rock with them Raiders. When I seen it on the schedule, I said, damn, I ain't know what to do. But what I ain't fin to do is rock with y'all. I'm going with the former Bama product. You know, he was there for a minute before he got that job next. We're going with Jalen Hurts this week. We're going to find a way to see if he can get it done for me. I don't know. If he don't win this week, I ain't fucking with him no more all season no more. We're going to see if he can get this one, though, for me.
Hey, real quick, too, I would like to ask a special recommendation to the editor to please don't put the Las Vegas symbol up under my head, please. That was 2 weeks in a row. Is that?
I mean,
Yeah, we got.
Please.
it looked good, bro. It looked good on you, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Fuck that. No.
We're gonna make a request. That's gonna be middle of the screen somewhere. We're gonna, yeah,
Appreciate it.
for sure.
Got you.
Oh yeah. Lions, Rams. Whoa.
Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Rams. At first I was like, this is Jared Goff get back game, but then I was like, oh nah, Matthew Stafford. So
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's both of them. It's Jared Goff's down his 2 top receivers, and they're not even 2 top receivers. It's just like they're playing with Ross St. Brown. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Keep throwing to TJ Hawkinson. I appreciate that, my boy. But other than that, I'm going Rams with a clean, easy game. It's going to be worse than like this. I don't even know. This might be their biggest win of the season so far.
Well, hopefully they throw it to St. Brown. I had to pick brother up. I got all 3 of my receivers on bye this week. So hopefully he do a little something against Bo. I got him in fantasy. I need a tuggety.
I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's gonna do his thing, but not this week. I'm gonna need him to chill this week.
Somebody got to catch
let's see.
Yeah, okay. And see his ass into the he need to get, you know. But yeah, I got to go with the Rams too. Ain't no, like you said, Kurt. You out your 2 top receivers who ain't even top tier. Like, nobody got time for that. Like Bobby saying, at some point they're gonna get a win. But it won't be this week. Let's move and let's keep it juking. Poverty versus some suckers. Texans versus the Cardinals. Let's go with Kill.
Got the punk ass Cardinals, man. I think this game gonna get uglier than the game we just talked about, the Rams and Lions. This game gonna get ugly fast. Ooh-wee.
Kurt, who you got?
I got the Cardinals, man. K1 Speedway is going to go crazy, is it? Gosh, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Well, you got an upset brewing or no?
Yeah, not in this game. No. I'm taking the Cardinals, man. It's gonna be bad, just like Hill said. It's gonna be an atrocious win. I think the spread was like 17.5 or something last time I checked.
Yeah. 17.5?
17.5.
For an NFL game, that's crazy.
It is.
Yeah, that's dumbass disrespectful. But it might be right because poverty is poverty is poverty is poverty. Them boys is trash. I don't know when the Cardinals gonna get their. Matter of fact, when is the next loss coming for these boys? Because that ain't nobody got time to keep circling them and keeping them up top. I tell you that because who they got. Okay,
You see,
yeah, we'll give it to it next week. But anywho, let's keep it. These games is not it this week, man. We got Bears versus the Buckies. Oh, Curtis took a big deep breath. Girl, you got something to say?
No, I got the Bucks. No, I was checking what Rudy was saying too. Like the last 3 games, the spread: the Rams -15, Cardinals 17.5, the Bucks 12.5. Come on,
12.5. I might take 12.5, bro. Come on now. Kid, what you got for me?
I got Tampa Bay. But I will say, this might be the week Allen Robinson might tap out and get frustrated and want out for Chicago because this something got to give, man.
come to San Francisco.
We got room for you, big dog.
Hey, I ain't getting my hopes up with this punk ass coach, man. I can't.
Oh yeah. But if we could get him, boy, if we could get him, we need him. We need him. But yeah, we ain't gonna get into Shanahan. That's a different episode. Oh, come on. Rudy, freeze, good brother.
You said, oh, you talking about the next game? Oh no, I'm going with the Bucks, man. It's clear sweep. I'm not even finna play.
All right, so look, bro. There ain't no way in the hell we finna go through the whole Sunday with all these lopsided ass games and everybody that's supposed to win go win. Old ass Brady, go down. Yes. Justin Fields is gonna have a game. Kel, you said A-Rob is gonna request a trade. This is why he not. Because he's getting into the end zone this week. It's gonna be a good week for him. What he had last week? We had 3 catches or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Couple.
8 catches minimum this week. We getting into the end zone. We getting jiggy. They gonna get at least 2 turnovers off them Bucky boys. And they gonna find a way to get the upset, bro. Y'all crazy. I think we finna just go through the whole day. What? Listen, y'all, for y'all bettors out there, plus 12, y'all got the little teasers. Get y'all extra 6, make it 18, and get into the money, man. Y'all not lose. I'm trying to tell you. Let's get into our fellas, our boys. You see them on the back wall. Colts, Niners. Bo, you got the sweater on. Let's start with you.
Come on, man. You already know who we rocking with. Like Dev said in his bold prediction,
Talk to
the
him.
Niners ain't losing another non-division game this season, man.
Talk to him.
And we damn sure ain't losing this Sunday. We will be there live and in color.
Hello.
Watching the Niners get that W, man.
Hello.
Mm.
Kill. Before we go to the hater, what you got for me, good brother?
All right. So look here. I gotta keep it real. Trey Lance is hurt. And it looked like Jimmy G is gonna start, man. And I don't like that at all, man. You know, you got DeForest Buckner on the other end. You know, he kind of feels some way because he wanted to stay. And Shanahan and them, they was being cheap. I don't want you getting excited for. I don't fold against my niggas, man. I'm rocking with the Niners. All that being said, I'm rocking with the Niners. But that is gonna be the storyline, though. DeForest Buckner, Jimmy G, and all of them. You know, all that. You know, hopefully Shanahan, now that he got his little quarterback back or whatever, he get back in his bag. But I'm rocking with my boys, man. Don't get all excited, Kerwin, because it ain't happening. I ain't going against the grain.
Kerr, what you got? Kel had me nervous for a minute.
Yeah, you see me over here, man. I thought I was gonna finish stop drinking the Kool-Aid, but I feel it. Niners 2 wins this week. Niners 2 wins this season are over the Lions and the Eagles, both whom I think you have as a trash team. Now they're playing a team that I think is a trash team in the Colts. I got them this week over Indy. I got y'all for sure.
First off, good brother, I just don't like how you be throwing this like a little shot. At the end of the day,
This is facts.
say it again.
This is all facts.
Hey, look, bro. You never. The thing about Kerwin, y'all, for y'all that don't know Cousin Kerwin in real life, the brother like to say a lot of things with no context. He just like to just throw things out there and just let it simmer, and don't put nothing with it. Don't put no. You feel me? Just some meat with no sides, no beans, no mac, no nothing. Just some dry ass meat. And he just
Impossible meat. Impossible
meat. Look at this old vegetarian. Nobody want to hear that shit.
Impossible meat.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Nigga, please. But this game is gonna be a good game. Listen, shout out to Trey. You know, me and my boy Bo just met my dog. You know what I'm saying? We just met him at Kittle. Dude looked it cool to me. He was standing up, walking around, taking pictures. I don't know. Hopefully he can find a way to go. If it's Jimmy, like you said, Kel, I am a little bit more worried with Jimmy because I liked what I seen out of Trey. I feel like he gave us stuff that we could build on. So I would hate if they didn't go with him. But I feel like our defense has been playing good these last few weeks. I feel like they got a week of rest. I feel like they're gonna be good. I think our offense is gonna put up enough points to keep my prediction alive. I'm damn sure not gonna say my prediction finna go left week 1. No, not happening. We finna get in that ass. We have been in the 2 games we lost. Hopefully we find a way to get this win. You know what I'm saying? We be in the building. See the
Prime time. Prime time.
Huh?
Prime time too.
You know what I'm saying? Prime time, we tailgate. Hey man, if you watch this before the week, you know we're gonna be out there drinking, eating, chilling. Pull up. Kerr, you pull up. You know your Raiders ain't close enough for you to go to no more games. So come see some football somewhere. You feel me?
It's a drive. It's just a drive.
Just a drive. You know what I'm saying? No plane tickets involved. No hotel rooms.
Hey.
You could turn up with us and go home. Ain't that some shit? But
Gas is expensive now. I don't know. I might be on the train.
hey,
That's
however
fine.
you ain't get to the train to Vegas. Anywho, let's move into the last game of the week. We got the Saints versus Seattle. Kerr, I'm gonna come to you since I came to you last. I come to you first to finish this out.
All right, let's see. It's an even week. So Jameis played good, then bad, then good, then bad, then good. Shit. I'm rocking with the Saints, man. Seahawks have a historically bad defense. It's Geno Smith and it's Alex Collins. The offensive line still not improved from what it was. I got the Saints.
Bo.
I'm taking the Saints too, man. Geno is playing just about as good as we can expect from a backup quarterback. And I ain't hey, I'm telling you what it is. I'm taking New Orleans, man. Forget that.
It's true.
Yeah, what you doing? Clean sweep or what we doing?
Yeah, clean sweep. You know, they came off a bye. I think they're gonna be ready to go. You know, they gotta get that beast 41. They gotta get him going. You know, and it's the perfect time to do it.
Okay. Let me see. Seattle, like you said, Geno Smith have been playing. Well, they ain't got no Chris Carson though. It's like going on. What week is this? This is week
7.
So this is their 6th game.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be a week for him to play bad. This would be
That's
their
it.
6th game.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh. They got a lot of injury too, you know what I'm saying, on that defense. The defense looking a little, you know what I'm saying, a little shaky. I don't know. And we look like we picked a lot of the same games this week. I don't know. I feel like I might have to come with the upset. Seattle at home, 8. Like I said, they're going to lose 6 out of the next 8. Them 2 got to come somewhere. One of them coming right here. I don't see it. The Saints, bro, I don't know. I just don't really like them, bro. Like, I've been watching them play this year. Like, it's even like, bro, the Hail Mary throw to the end zone, like, it just be a lot of bullshit going on with the Saints. I don't know. Like you said, 41, we know what he is. Still no Thomas, though. The receiving core is still not that good. The defense is kind of banged up right now. Seattle, let's do it. So those are the picks for the week. We didn't even really get a game of the week. I forgot to say the Chiefs and the Titans. I think we'd go with that for game of the week. But it's really an ugly week this week, y'all. So, I mean, can I get a score for that game before we head out?
What was it? What's the game of the week?
Chiefs, Titans.
I'm going Chiefs 33, Titans 24.
Yeah.
All right. So this might be the first time ever on Dev Spot. But I chose the Chiefs. And while we were doing the little show, you know, I wrote all my picks down. But I'm sitting there thinking. And I think I got to rock with Tennessee, man. I changed my pick to Tennessee, man.
Ooh, we have a late scratch.
I like what I saw out of Tennessee, you know, just the last few games. I know they banged up a little bit, but I got Tennessee 34-21.
34-21.
Yep.
Oh. He said Thursday 421. Wait, Kel. So now you threw. What happened?
And I was just thinking, man. I started looking on my fantasy teams, and I'm like, damn, bro, I could have turned it around in your league with a win against Rudy Bo, but that beast, Derrick Henry, man, he came back. I didn't think he was gonna do it, but he did it. You know, I always consider him as like a person who got going later on in the year, but he said, look here, this is me, this is my show. Y'all thought this was the Josh Allen show? No, this is my show. And y'all go think this the Patrick Mahomes show? No, this is gonna be his show on Sunday, and he go dominate the Chiefs.
Hey, I feel it, bro. He averaging more yards this year than he did last year. He already on pace to have more yards than he did last year. The dude, he got the most yards in the league, and the second leading scorer is his yards after contact. So it's like, dude is different. He needs to be in MVP discussion. We're gonna get an MVP tiers going soon once we get a little bit further in the season, but there's no way he's not a top 3-4 candidate right now. I don't care what you say.
I mean, you got to start talking about all-time ranks. That man is crazy.
You go back-to-back 2K, yeah, you up there.
17 games or not, this man is ridiculous.
He gonna do it in game 15 or 16. Don't even worry about the extra game. The game 15 is just gonna put the record so far away, it's not gonna be touched no more. 15, he gonna break that by week 15. It's cookies.
And then with the division stuff being so weak, they go have the stuff already clinched, everything. So they go be resting him the last few weeks, heading into the playoffs. So
it's not even a big deal. Bo, what you got for me, Skull?
38-31 Chiefs.
I like that 38. I'm going to go 38-35 Chiefs. Like I said, I do like the Titans, and I want the Titans to stay Super Bowl contenders. I need them to be competitive all the way through. I need Mahomes to come get a late one for me. I need the Titans, so I'm going to go, big game. Chiefs get the ball last. Chiefs walk off with the win. That's how we going to end it out. Well, my good brothers, we here again. We added a brother got to find a way to get off the snot. 2 losses in a row. I don't like what's going on. I do not like what's going on. So we're going to see how this week go. But hey, much love, my guys. Thank y'all for coming on. See y'all again next week.